Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM for this hour and a half of pop culture reference and D&D play, JC, here with two nerds, Tom M, Aronan, Norm. It's because you have your middle initial in there that putting your character name in there is so rough. Tom Norman
Is
playing
that
Aronan.
really the issue? Is that
Tom
really...
Aronan M Norman? Maybe.
Maybe the problem is that you're trying to put the character name in between my actual name.
Well, it's easy to do with Ryan Krixis Kukta.
Just
There's
go.
alliteration there. It sounds like it belongs.
You could
It
just
could
go.
even do Ryan the Cooch Krixis Kukta, and it's because you have a K. Honestly, it's because it isn't so weird. Like, and I say weird, but it's a fantastic fantasy name, Aronan. But Aronan does not fit with Tom Norman.
Just go Tom Aronan Norman.
I like that.
Oh, there we go. But
That's
it's
nice.
Yeah, that
Or
works.
go Tom.
Tom. Yeah, that'll work. Tom Aronan Norman.
Elongate. That's
It's because you actually are pronouncing the middle M. That's the issue.
Yeah, I'm saying M. Tom Mama. Jeffafa. Speaking of pop culture references.
Anyway.
Yes, Two Nerds, One Quest. We play D&D. We are currently running through Dragons of Icespire Peak, nearing the finale. I was reading today, there may be a few more sessions than I was expecting, which is all good because we can announce this now. Yoda will announce that when we wrap up Dragons of Icespire Peak, I'm going to kind of fudge with the beginning of Rime of the Frost Maiden. Nice shirt, Tom. Love it. And level that up to run that for these fools. So when that launches next week, we will throw these guys somehow into the frozen north. Which, I mean, White Dragon might not be that hard to connect.
You killed my brother, you bastards.
That sounds delightful.
My favorite story about D&D, one of my absolute favorite stories, is the 10-year-old kid that was playing the first time, and his character died in the first session. The DM said, well, you can roll a new character, or you can just sit out for the rest of the session. What would you like to do? And he looked at his character sheet for a second, put JR period behind his character's name, and said, my name is so-and-so Jr. I'm here to avenge my father. Perfect. I love that story.
The kid's got some. He's got some knowledge.
Yeah. You want to recap where we were, Norm? Do you remember?
Let's see here. Do I? What the hell did we do last week? Oh,
We
last
escaped.
week.
Found the sword.
Yeah, we went through and basically we went through all the caverns and tipped over a whole bunch of casket tops and put them back on gently because we're caring people. And
well, two of you.
And two of clerics. So.
That's neither
made it rain spellbook, or made it rain religious papers on the cleric before you put the cover back on him.
Yep. Yeah, so we basically went through, found a talisman of exploding fire.
Yeah,
which
necklace of fireballs.
Yep, which Ellie almost killed us with. And then we got the dragon sword, which is nice.
Yep.
I have that on me, and we're not sure who's going to wield it yet because nobody is necessarily...
You'd be proficient.
Yeah, proficient with it.
You're not perfect for it because you don't have the strength, but...
Yeah. But I have it nonetheless, and...
Yep.
Ellie, we made it outside as Ellie hucked the fire thingy and exploded trees, and now we are going to go look for some orcs. Long story short.
Sounds about right. There was one other thing you acquired down there, and that was Krixis' loot. Which you found out at the end that he made a illusory woman dancing in the fire. So he's got a loot of illusions to allow him to distract people more prominently.
That's sexy.
So I waited for
perform.
everyone to go to bed, and I made several more illusory women.
Well, Krixis is on watch. He's just making women dance in the fire.
Hey man, whatever works for you. The road is a lonely mistress, I guess.
to stay on brand, I'm gonna say it was it's always a fight in Krixis's head because he's using both his hands. He's frustrated.
Makes sense.
He doesn't have a third
I
one.
mean, you got to play the liar. So
say you wake up in the morning from your camp. You are still just outside the Dragon Barrow. You have about a day's travel north to Neverwinter if you'd like to go that direction. If you go that direction, you guys have the Sword Coast map up that you can see this.
Nope.
I could.
So, were we not going to go and try to find the orcs, right?
Yes. Well, the orcs are. If you go straight there, it's going to be 2 days travel through the woods.
Do we know?
Depending on how.
Do we know where they are?
You have the map. You have the map.
No. Do we know where the orcs?
And you have. Yes, you have the map. They're marked on the map from that you got off that. In relation to Falcon's Hunting Lodge.
perfect.
And you can find that. Falcon's Hunting Lodge is about a day and a half through the woods. That's the most direct route. If you went north to Neverwinter and then followed the river, it'd be 3 days travel. You'd have to stop in Neverwinter and then at the loggers' camp, more than likely. If you went to the south around the woods, it would be about the same. You'd be camping on the Tribor Trail, going south around the woods. It actually might take you 4 days to go south around the woods.
I am not scared of going through the forest, but can we take horses?
That would be difficult, taking horses through the forest. That might actually slow you down.
I would
The
rather.
easiest way for the
go
horses.
around.
I would take
Actually,
the road with horses.
seeing as how you had horses, I forget you had horses. Actually, going south around the woods would probably be the best, hooking up onto the Tribor Trail. I'll say because you have the horses, it only takes you 3 days. It would take you 3 days going north, but you'd have to leave the horses in Neverwinter if you're going to travel by the river. So,
I think we gain advantage by having nimble steed.
I would agree.
right.
Come on, ride that horse. And ride it.
So you head out south. Have you get on the high road that is just to the west of where you are, and take the high road south, and then when you connect with the Tribor Trail, head east inland. Towards the end of the day, you could probably take a 2-hour detour and spend the night in Phandalin, if you'd like. Or you can just camp on the Tribor Trail and at a rest stop somewhere around there. But it's up to you whether you want to bed or you want to spend time in nature. Do you have anything you could turn in?
That's
at
what I'm looking
Phandalin?
for. Yeah, we have some clawed gauntlets. I have, anyway.
Yeah, you could probably sell some of that crap off. You could have sold that off in Neverwinter, honestly.
Yeah, I
you didn't.
never even thought of that.
The people in Phandalin may be more appreciative of it, seeing as how they don't get exotic weaponry and stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're stopping in Phandalin.
I have the staff of
Krixis would love
bird
that.
calls too. But I don't know if we want to hold on to
Okay.
that.
Is that a quarterstaff?
It just says staff.
Yeah, it'd be a quarterstaff. It would function as a quarterstaff for a weapon,
I'm at
in
half
addition to
staff
being
right
able to
now.
cull bird with it.
Oh my god. No, you didn't.
Tuna can?
I think I'd
Oh, yeah,
rather
well, camping.
I'd rather
Oh,
keep
bro.
the staff of bird calls then.
Okay.
Are we stopping in Phandalin then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you stand on the road, stopping and stand on? Okay,
Yep.
so you take the 2-hour detour. You're traveling by road. There's nothing you're going to come across here that's going to want to fight you. Of course, the one map in place I did not pull up in my notes. Oh, well, here. I got Phandalin in here. So, you go to the... Oh, where the heck am I looking? The Lion Shield Coaster. And you actually go and you knock on. It's locked up for the night. It's like nightfall. You'll have to go in the morning. And you get up if you're going to go anywhere. The only place that seems to be open right now is the Stonehill Inn, which is where you've been spending the night when you've been in Phandalin.
Okay.
So, I'll say you're going there. It's to get a bed for the night is 5 silver, and a meal is 1 silver, so 6 silver per person. Ellie actually says that she'll pay for it.
Oh, it's very
Thank you.
kind of her.
I appreciate it, Ellie.
I got it, you guys. Take care, you boys. So you're able to. What am I doing? Oops. No.
I don't know. What are you doing?
I almost removed 18 gold from Ellie's inventory. Should be 1 gold, 8 silver. Okay. You end up spending the night without issue. In the morning, you get up and head over to the Lion Shield Coaster. And of course, Lenine Greywind is in there. She sees you in there. She says, my friends, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm looking to unload some of these fun hand scrapey gauntlet things.
Oh, what do you have? Let me see these. She kind of takes a look at it. How many of them do you have?
I should have 2, and I'm trying to find them right now. Where are they?
I thought you had 2 sets?
Yeah, 2 sets. Yep.
4?
Yep.
Yeah, so you have 4 total of these gauntlets. And she's kind of looking at them. I gotta do a search. So as she's like picking them up and inspecting them,
Krixis will negotiate with Aronan for the Staff of Bird Calls. So,
okay.
while you're
Actually, go
updating your
ahead.
inventory, Tom,
Yep.
I'll take that from you.
It'll cost you.
I was waiting for that.
Pay you later.
You like the cuddle?
Wait a second, what?
Huh?
Oh, wait a minute.
Do you like to be the
Light
big
bulb
spoon or
goes
the
off
little
in
spoon?
Ellie's head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ellie finally understands why Ernon's rejecting her.
Uh-oh. This best went a completely different direction.
Yeah. Sorry, wrong cleric.
Wow.
All right. Let's get rid of this. Staff of Bird Calls. Bye-bye.
She's looking over these gauntlets and she's seen the blades on. And she said, they need a little fixing up. I'll give you let's see. You have 4 of them here. I'll give you 6 gold for the 4 of them.
Can you do 7?
Yeah, I can do 7. Yeah. I'll give you 7 for the 4 of them.
Excellent.
So go ahead and remove those. That's 7 gold to your inventory. I didn't know what to compare them to. They aren't actually listed in the weapons. So I was looking at them like, yeah, they're like daggers. That works.
7 gold more than we had before.
Yes, it is. Um, I'm just looking through some of these. Yep. Nope, that is it. Okay. So
Did she have any
Um,
other interesting wares?
typically, no. A lot of what she has is very basic stuff. It would be your basic weapons in the player's handbook. So
Noted.
There's
that list
no.
of stuff. So if you
I was gonna say if there's
nothing
any
magical.
Yeah, nothing that would benefit us as far as like armor or boots or clothing or.
Only if you wanted to upgrade to something else that is standard armor. Like there's no +1 anything.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay,
magical
that's what I'm
items.
saying. Yeah, there's
Just
nothing that would benefit us more. Okay.
if you wanted to go to like plate mail or chain mail, that type of stuff would be here. But nothing like a cloak of elven kind or
Yeah. So I have
+1 elven
common
chain or anything like that. Nothing like that.
Yeah, I have studded leather armor right now.
Yeah. There would be, let's see, armor, an upgrade from studded leather. Let's see. When I'm of course in weapons and not armor. Armor. Oh, come on, computer type. This is riveting adventuring. Oh, come on. Just want armor. Armor.
John, we
Armor
all
class,
just want
armor.
armor.
Yes, we do. Can somebody find me some armor to love?
You should take that show on the road with Krixis.
I would.
We'll open up for Pantera.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Can't stop.
I
stop.
cannot find the cover here.
That's fine. We'll move along.
You know what? I think I know why.
Because you're searching
Search
in weapons?
equipment. I'm searching armor, but if I search equipment, find basic rules equipment. Ta-da! Why is it giving me legendary creatures? All right.
DM problems.
Yep. No. D&D Beyond problems. You'd think you'd search armor, it would give you
Armor.
the armor chart, maybe. I don't know.
I'm with you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing here for you. Her storeroom is empty apparently. Hear that,
5
or
minutes
her-
later, she
no.
comes out of the back room and nothing.
She comes out of the back room. She goes, "You guys. I really apologize. I have it somewhere back there, but my inventory is so mismanaged at the point. I had an intern. He messed everything up. I cannot find it."
Time to fire the intern. No
Oh, he's already
problem.
gone. He is already gone. I'm thinking of contacting Acquisitions Incorporated for an intern. I hear they
Why?
have a fair amount.
Good luck, lady.
They do great work.
All right. So you head out then, I assume, from Phandalin.
Yep, we're gonna cruise.
On the Tribor Trail, heading up towards Coneyberry, which is where you've been before. You are able to get up to just before Coneyberry. Actually, you get into Coneyberry to stop there. It's a desolate, almost ghost townish type place. There's a few people that live around there that have taken up residence. This is right near the Butterskull Ranch. Aronan, where you were before. Out
Yes,
to the
sir.
east side of the map. Yep. Some people that had where oh, I forget his name, and that's so awful because he means so much to Ellie. But I am not Ellie. I'm the
Captain
DM.
Butterskull?
Yeah, Mr. Butterskull. The people he hired have actually taken to revitalizing Coneyberry a little bit, and they've built up some of the houses, and there's now a small inn, like 3-bedroom inn there, that you guys could spend the night there if you'd like.
Yeah, that sounds probably like a plan.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll be
I'm gonna
3
Play
silver
around with
apiece.
the bird staff.
It'll be 3 silver apiece for the night. That does include a meal. It's primarily vegetables grown at the nearby ranch. We're still trying to build up the livestock back from the... Wait a minute. Are you Aronan and Ellie? You are, aren't you?
Famous.
Yes. Why?
This, don't worry about paying me anything. Oh, Alphonse.
Uh-huh.
Big Al, um, is appreciative of what you did for him at the ranch. Your stay here is on us. You've brought a livelihood back to this area.
Well, that is much appreciated.
I'm not sure who you are, but you're traveling with them, so your lucky night, sir.
Guilt by association.
Good evening. My name's Krixis. Good evening.
Krixis, it's nice to meet you. I'm Fred.
Hello,
He's
Fred.
a thin little wiry man, graying hair just kind of swept off to the side.
Well, all
Thinning
he
a
has
little
is
bit right.
all he has is vegetables to eat, so I get that.
Well, that's what we have from the ranch. Like I said, we're still working on the livestock. We don't have enough to be butchering any of them yet, but we're hoping next year we'll bring the livestock.
Good luck
Come
with
back
your
and get good steak.
revitalization.
Thank you. Key here, and he hands keys to you guys for the rooms. Stay the night. Nothing happens here. Things seem fairly normal around the trail. You get up in the morning. You're heading north into the woods. You can't go by horseback, so you can take the horses with you, but you got to walk them through the woods. So it will actually take you that third full day to get to your destination. About 2 hours into the travel in the morning, you actually hear a familiar roar now at this point. It's like the third or fourth time you've heard it, as a beating of wings goes overhead. Higher than it had previously, and this isn't just above the trees. This is well above the trees. But if you make a perception check, you're aware that this is the dragon. There's no doubt. You guys have heard and seen it before.
I am trying the dice with D&D Beyond today.
Yay! They're
I only have a
fantastic.
13 of perception.
I have a 6 of perception.
6 of perception. So you hear it and you look around through the trees. You ever hear a jet and it's been kind of like a cloudy day and you're looking around for it and you can't find it? It's kind of like that. Where is it? I heard it. It's out here somewhere. And you realize it's probably miles away at this point because of the sound waves. Not that a dragon flies the speed of a jet, but you have a bunch of canopy overhead that's hard to see through.
Is there a high point around where we think a dragon might roost?
Actually, you haven't done a lot of investigating the dragon. You do know it's a white dragon, and would assume that they would rest in the mountains. The only mountains that you know of are to the south, off the Tribor Trail. The Sword Mountains is actually, Phandalin is at the base of the Sword Mountain range, which runs almost from the ocean inland. The Sword Mountains divide this valley from the Crypto Garden Forest, and they run all the way from basically where you're at, directly south of where you're at by about a half a day, all the way out to the Mere of Dead Men, which connects to the ocean.
Good to know. So
somewhere along that mountain range, just player knowledge, is the Ice Spire Peak. So if you put the adventure name together, player knowledge, character knowledge, the Dragon of Ice Spire Peak is, that dragon's probably somewhere in that mountain range. Characters don't know that yet, though.
Boy, it sure is getting cold over here.
It will get cold as you go up in the mountains. That's gonna get even colder yet if you guys are going up into Icewind Dale eventually.
Gonna have to
But
bring
that's an
a
adventure.
cloak.
Then we really will have to cuddle
Um,
for warmth.
It's a very real possibility. So you head north, following the map, and you are actually able to, through a couple of landmarks, pinpoint where you are on the map. You approach, you see the woods kind of thin out a bit, and then this hill kind of rises in the distance, probably about 500 feet away. Let me do this for you. Oh, let me copy that. Come on. Oop, please go on by.
I was gonna say, better hurry up. The cops are coming for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That'd
we're
be
going through the
normal
forest
doomsday.
right now, though, or are we out of
If you're going
the
through the forest, you're in the forest, but it kind of thinned out.
Got it.
And this is normal. Put this up. Should have sent this to you earlier. Paste. That should come up for you if you open it. I hope.
Mm-hmm. What's this called?
The Circle of Thunder.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, and I gave you the DM map. I don't think it matters.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it does a little bit, but it's fine.
I
won't
won't be able
care.
to see it on the screen anyways because it's for me it's unreadable.
Oh, okay. So you see this as the woods kind of thin out. Oh, there goes another police officer. I hope this isn't like my second weekend here. There were like 15 cops that went up the highway south out of town. I was like, holy crap, are you kidding me? Considering there's only 6 patrol officers on duty at any given time in the town I live in, that was impressive that 15 went by.
Crazy.
So this thins out and a hill kind of rises up, and there's almost a Stonehenge looking formation on the top of the hill. To be specific, there are 8 stones up there in a circle, standing about 15 feet tall and 5 feet across. And scratch that, about 30 feet tall, 15 feet across, about 5 feet deep in a circle.
All right. And I'll mention we should approach carefully.
So which direction were we coming from?
South. Bottom.
So I'm gonna actually try to climb a tree to see if I can get a broader view of the area.
Okay. Make an athletics check to climb the tree.
Wow, that's really loud,
Wow.
huh?
That's a fire truck now.
8.
Something's going down. 8. Make an acrobatics check to land on your feet as the branch above you broke that you were holding on to.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
sounds good.
22.
22, yep. Completely. In fact, you land on your feet on a branch about 5 feet down from where you fell from, and you're able to catch yourself on the tree. So you continue climbing. You get a better vantage point. Make a perception check from where you are. Let's see if you can actually spot this.
$16.
16, yeah. You see, when you get up, you're actually able to see that at the base of the hill, and you'll see it. You see how you have the 3 little maps broken out?
Mm-hmm.
The map on the right-hand side at the lower left corner, but there's that bushel of trees, and in between the next thing there, the bottom, is it looks like a little like pitchfork-looking thing. That is, or like, I don't know, 2 little triangles kind of stuck together. It's a little door, basically. You're able to see that from where you are. It's an entrance to an underground cavern.
Ooh.
All right, guys, I see an entrance off to the right there.
An entrance to what?
The ground? Kind of looks like a cave, maybe. I don't see anything else, though, huh? I don't see any orcs or any movement.
Give me 1 second.
Hardly in the trees.
Circle up. That's it. Oh, forgot to check this out. What time of day is it? It is towards the end of the day, honestly.
I can see my house from here.
You actually see, as you're watching, you see an orc come out of that cavern and turn around and walk up towards the ring.
All right, I'm gonna tell Ellie and Krixis what I'm seeing.
Okay. Do you keep watching or do you climb down?
I'm gonna keep watching to see what he does.
He gets up to the top in the center of the ring, and as he's climbing up the top to the center of the ring, you see two others approaching from the other side of the hill. Their heads show up, and then their bodies as they get high enough that you can see them. And the three of them stand in the middle of this giant ring and start dancing, chanting, performing some sort of ritual.
Does
something.
Does it look like the ritual that was being done when we saved Krixis?
A little different, maybe. There's no like possum or anything like that, and no guts being torn out of anything. But they're very animated.
All right, I'm gonna whisper down to Krixis and Ellie what I'm seeing and the dancing and the singing and three orcs. And I think Brutus needs to go out. I'll be back.
Boy, all right. So I think the question we have here is whether we want to engage with these three or sneak underground while they're dancing.
That's an interesting proposition. I'm not that good with the sneaky, Ellie says. It doesn't look like you are much either.
No, certainly not. I mean, we're not going to sneak past, so I think... How far away are they from our position, DM?
I'm about 200 feet or so.
Pretty far.
You can, once Aronan pointed out the entrance to the cave, you can kind of see the top of it. There's only 3 of them, Ellie says.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there more? Do you think there are more?
Well, 3 seasoned fighters. I think we could distract them and get some sort of advantage.
You're gonna play your lute? She smiles.
That's not the kind of advantage I think we'd want.
Oh, okay. You're actually pretty good at it, and it's enjoyable to listen to you play.
So
I don't know much.
How far away?
Choice of illusions, but just saying maybe
So
put a guy.
after everyone went to bed, I did practice with the lute. How far does the illusion project?
It should be written.
Oh,
in the
it's
lute.
not far. It's only 5 feet.
Not far. I think it's within 5 feet of you.
Yeah. So it's not like I could project it to the other side.
No, that would be handy though.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Apparently, he just needed to drink his weight in water.
Huh?
Sometimes we all need.
Ellie and Krixis are discussing the finer points of sneaking into the cave, just fighting these 3 outright, or creating a diversion of some kind to get a jump on them. Ellie looks like she's thinking really hard about something, but doesn't actually want to say it.
So I'm still in the tree.
Yeah.
I mean, Krixis is gonna motion for you to come down.
All right, I'm gonna take one last look and climb down.
You definitely at this point think they're performing some sort of ritual. You've picked up on that. You've observed enough.
Okay. So are we gonna do a distraction,
You guys
or are
can
you gonna
actually hear them.
sneak up on them?
Well, wanted to save these for the dragon, but I have 3 left,
They are in fireball formation.
and it could be a pretty good distraction.
Well, here's the question: Do we want to just sneak up on them and chuck it at them, or are we gonna distract them? I just assume pull their asses up.
So here's what Krixis wants to do. In order to get within range to throw the fireball, I would like to try out the staff of bird calling.
Okay.
And see if I can like have them look away from us with some birds, like making a ruckus in the trees to one side, and then having us come up on a different side.
Well, and
so
don't forget, I do have the stealthy shoes.
For you,
yeah. So I mean, I can get closer than you guys can.
Yeah, I mean, you should, try to engage first, but we can't leave you out there for 3 rounds of combat without us against 3 orcs. So I guess if you could try to catch him with a fireball.
Like I'll go up with the Pearl of Death and.
Oh, I could give it to you, yeah.
Because I can sneak way closer without you guys having to get caught in the mix.
That may leave you exposed if you trip or something. If you trip, you're going to be carrying a fireball with you.
Well, yes, but I'm not the one that seems to be tripping around here.
Tripping balls,
Fair point.
Uh-huh.
She kind of rubs her shoulder.
All right.
Back of her shoulder where she fell on one of the swords. Okay.
So what I think we want to do is give the fireball gem to Aronan, have him approach from a different side with the sneaky shoes, and then Ellie and I will approach kind of through the trees to try to block the view of any orcs that might be looking our way. While doing so, I'm going to activate the Staff of Bird Call with 5 charges and create a ruckus kind of in a different corner in the trees to try to distract the orcs in that direction so that they're not looking for us.
I'm going to spread out from you, not far, Krixis, but where I can still see you and get a healing spell off towards you. But just so that we aren't standing on top of each other, because these are like the other ones at all. There is the lightning bolt that we need to worry about.
Sense.
So.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so let me do this. It's just charges that you expend for the Staff of Bird Calls, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, I have 10 charges. I'll use 5 to create the following sounds, like ducks quacking, goose honking, turkeys gobbling, owls hooting, and eagles shriek. Almost like there's a like the Birds movie.
Something like that. The eagle goes, the duck goes, the goose goes.
yeah, it's just some guy. Yeah, it's just some guy in the trees making sounds of all these animals. Like what's the guy? The guy from Police Academy and
Michael Winslow.
Yeah.
Everyone down. What is Motormouth Jones? No. Is that it? I forget what they called him.
I don't remember.
Something like that. Pop culture reference failure. Although
This is not a movie
half
I've
our,
watched a ton.
I was gonna say half our audience is probably too young for that, anyways. So Ellie takes the pearl, the little red ruby-ish pearl, and hands it to Aronan. Be careful. Aronan, I need a stealth check from you.
Come on.
I will need
Stealth.
a deception check from Krixis at advantage because you're using the staff to help you.
I'm sorry, did you say a stealth check?
No. Stealth check from Aronan.
Yeah, okay.
I need a deception check from you at advantage.
Got it.
Because you're using the staff. And actually, because you're using 5 charges, add a +3 to it as well. Because you're spending
it's over 20.
It's over 20. Okay.
14.
14. Yep. Okay. So you are able to sneak around with no issue. Aronan, as you sneak around to the backside, Ellie and Krixis kind of spread out a bit, approaching. Krixis, you go ahead and you create an absolute ruckus of birds, and they actually do not respond to it. They're still chanting on the hill. It almost seems like they're in some sort of meditative stance in this ritual. Aronan, you do pick up on this watching them. So does Ellie, and everyone's kind of approaching in. It's up to you, Aronan, what you do. But there is no reaction to the ruckus that you hear out the window.
With those pillars, are they? And maybe I missed this. Are they kind of like Stonehenge, where they're kind of like?
Yes. 30 feet tall, 15 feet wide, 5 feet deep, in a circle like that.
Is there
you
like?
Can get up and stand behind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like a solid wall, or is it like openings carved in? Okay.
Nope, just the gaps are where you get in there, and they're all inside of there.
Okay, so I'm just running up where they can't see me behind one of the pillars. I'm using it as a shield.
Okay.
And Krixis is just going to look at Ellie, and with disbelief that they don't seem to notice. And then we're going to get behind the.
She points at her necklace and then points at Aronan. And kind of says, wait for him, and they're waiting for the necklace. You're the cue man here, Aronan.
All right, so I'm gonna wait until Krixis and Ellie are in position. I'm gonna give them a thumbs up.
Yep,
we're gonna get behind one of the stones then.
Yep, they both sneak up behind the stones.
At
that point, when they don't react to the birds, you guys assume you're fairly safe to sneak, so I'm not having you make a stealth check.
All right. So, is any of them facing my direction? I'm going to take a peek around the stone.
One of them is. His eyes are closed. His eyes are closed. His face is like up. He's got his arms up in the air, and they're kind of like.
Okay. Like those car, like the auto cars.
Yeah. Except with a little bit more rhythmic rhythm to them, and they're in kind of a unison moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure what those are called, but those are funny. I am going to...
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yep, that's it. I am going to... What's the range on this fireball thing? Like, how big of an explosion area was it when Ellie...
Fireball spell.
What's that?
It's a fireball spell. If you look up the spell fireball, which I will look up for you in D&D Beyond here.
Because I don't want to be caught in the blast.
I hear you. It is
The
20-foot
level
radius.
the level 3 fireball spell. If you have it up, Ryan.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius and 8d6 damage. So 40 feet cross in every direction from the point that you cast the spell.
So it's 40 feet across, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So if you throw it right in the middle, you would catch all 3 of them, and it
Yeah.
wouldn't damage any of the stones.
Okay.
It's actually a perfect scenario for you guys.
All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand just to the right side of the stone that I'm hiding behind.
I'm going to say you're in that northmost stone, the very top one, and Krixis and Ellie are in the 2 angled stones on the bottom,
Okay.
on the southeast and southwest side.
Okay. So I'm going to
Okay.
move to the right of my stone so I'm in the open and have a good view of them, and I'm going to throw it into the middle of their pile. Their
All
chanting
right.
pile.
Just a quick dexterity check to see how good your aim is.
Uh-oh.
It
Should be
shouldn't
good.
be too tough. You're only throwing at 20 feet, so
11.
trying to 11. Yeah, you're fine. You throw it right in the middle of the. It's slightly off center, but it isn't going to matter. You're not off centered enough. If you had thrown a 1, then you might have hit one of the orcs and it been very off centered. But
No, that's
It
still.
hit the rock and bounce back at you.
Uh-huh.
yeah. Go ahead and roll me 8d6, Tom Norman. Aronan.
8d6, is that what you said?
8d6,
Yeah.
correct? Yep.
Real thing.
Okay. Anybody have a calculator?
Bring it.
32.
32.
I guess I didn't need a calculator because it adds it up for me.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So there's a tremendous explosion as this thing hits the middle of this. And it's kind of funny because you huck it, and almost in reaction to you throwing it, they suddenly all drop their arms, put their heads down, and look straight forward. Just in time to see this thing hit the center of it and go boom and push fire out to the sides of them. They all take 32 points of fire damage. And we need to roll initiative.
So since this is a coordinated attack, can we
Yes.
get the first round first?
What would you like to do?
I would like to
You can
shoot
do
a
something from
crossbow.
where you are. Yeah, crossbow.
Yep.
Okay, yes. Yep. You can take an attack from where you are, or you can move in. That's what your options would be. So what would you? I need numbers for you guys.
I guess I'll just move in. I don't want to stay ranged. So
Okay. So you're gonna move in, so you'll be right up against. I'm going to actually number these guys by you. Krixis, I'm saying you're in the southeast, and Ellie's in the southwest.
Okay.
Just for my head, and some visual for you guys.
Are they knocked
So
down?
Fireball does not knock down.
Okay.
It does not have a force blast to it. If it were a thunder wave, possibly.
then it wouldn't have done 32 damage.
No, it would not have. It would have done significantly less, but knocked them down. 32 damage. That's actually a pretty damn good roll for that. So initiatives. What do you have, Krixis?
It is low. 10.
11.
11 for Aronan. Krixis is 10. And where is Ellie? Ellie. Eliana Temerin, would you roll, lady? She rolled a. Ooh, she got an 18.
I'm changing to battle
I'm-
music, John.
Hells yeah! Bring it. Dun 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 dun. And as long as at the end of it all, if you guys are victorious, you play da 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 da.
That would be
Only right
awesome
over
if we could actually play that without getting
That may
muted.
get us in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. I would
Just gonna
totally do
say
that. So with my first bonus action, well, not bonus action, but because you're giving us a free.
Oh, well, no, yours was throwing the fireball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't get that.
No, I thought maybe I'd have.
Ellie is actually going to summon her spiritual weapon next to the one with her action. I want to look at this. Make sure that, yeah, you guys had a long rest.
Yeah, we did.
Spiritual weapon. Mark that off. She gets to swing with it when she summons it. Oops. I gotta actually roll to see if I hit him first. Oh yeah, she absolutely does, and bludgeons it for 8 damage.
Can you hear the music?
Then she actually.
Yeah.
It actually sounds pretty appropriate.
Yep.
She gets to move in, because first in initiative order. So she summons her spiritual weapon. She charges in to swing her mace at the one that she summoned the spiritual weapon next. She is able to connect with them and deals a whopping 7 points of damage to him. And then, I forget with spiritual weapon, is that the bonus action to attack with it, or is it in place of her?
A bonus action to cast, and then it attacks itself.
It attacks on its own. Okay, so it's going to swing as well. And that spiritual weapon clocks as well. So for another 5 points of damage. And the one that she is wailing on does not look good at all. Like, it looks like it went through a fireball and 2 spiritual weapon strikes and pummeled with a mace.
Sure.
Sounds accurate.
Aronan, you are behind your stone, having just thrown the fireball, and I assume you put your back to the stone and let the fireball just kind of explode, not look at it.
Yeah, I chucked it and dove back behind the rock because I did not want to get caught in any flames. So I am going to pop out, and I'm going to use my short bow from distance and hit the one that would be closest to me on the north side.
Okay. And you get sneak attack because they have not acted yet, correct? I believe that's what it is. Once per turn, you deal an extra 2d6 on a creature. You attack with finesse or ranged weapon. If you have advantage on the attack roll, you don't need advantage. Then 5 feet, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Oh, never mind. Nope.
Am I sneak attacking or not?
No.
Okay.
If you're attacking the one Ellie's engaged with, right?
Yeah, you'd get it if you attack the one Ellie's engaged with. That one you could.
I'll let Ellie deal with. Nope, I'll sneak attack that one with rapier.
Go ahead.
So
With your rapier or your range?
not my rapier, my short bow.
Yeah, your short bow. Okay, cool. I was gonna say either or. You just need to move before you use your rapier.
Yeah. So 18 to hit.
Yep. Get your 2d6 plus your short bow.
That
Hey, you want to meet my parents next weekend?
is.
You remind me so much of my mom.
Ooh, nice. So that was 10 plus 10 plus 8, 18.
18. How does this one die?
So as Ellie's face to face with it, the arrow comes flinging through and it pokes out the front, and so it's just arrowhead sticking at her,
Gross.
and like brain matter just hits her right in the face.
Yep. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, would you like to move?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
You could actually duck behind the rock and try and hide.
Oh, because then
You
I
have
could
to
have sneak
attack from a
attack
different
next.
angle.
Yep.
Because you'll have advantage because you'll be stealthed.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You need a stealth check.
My favorite type of music? Probably nerdcore.
It is 21.
Yeah, that's you believe you're well hidden, ducking back behind the rock. Now, bear in mind, you come from the same area; they're going to be expecting it. So, Krixis.
How close is the one right nearest to me?
You can move up to it and get in melee range with it.
I'm gonna
You're
do
on
that.
the rock. It's like 5, 10, 15, it's like 20 feet into the middle of this circle, which is now scorched. Like there's still bits of grass on fire and stuff. It's actually a pretty epic scene.
Nice. Yeah, there's probably some grass is still on fire. It's really great.
Yeah, these guys
I'm gonna
are toasted, burnt, like the leather's kind of smoking on them.
raise
There's
my
already a dead
shield
body.
and then
Got that on her face.
gross. I'm gonna raise my shield and attack him with the staff of bird calls.
Okay.
19 to hit
Yep, that hits.
and 6 damage.
6 damage. Excellent.
And then I'm going to pass readying my reaction.
What are you?
I have
Hoping
hellish
to read.
rebuke, so I'm just hoping that this guy
Oh,
hits me.
You're just hoping that he hits you. Fantastic. She's probably going to. In fact, let's even start there because you did damage to him, so he's going to be kind of enraged and he's going to swing at you. So what does he have? He pulls his hands up. He's got those clawed gauntlets connected to his hands. No, actually, I take that back. He's going to do this. I need a... Oh, that is so weird. There we go. Okay, I don't know why it said... I moused over one of his spells, and it had Revivify pop up as the pop-up window. I'm like, why does it say touch a creature that was dead in the last minute? It's not what he's casting.
I mean, he's probably not excited about that.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Yep.
Honestly.
18.
18. You do save, I believe. Where's his thing? Spell save is... Yep, his spell save is 12. Okay, I gotta still roll the damage. So you take the damage, but you aren't gonna be pushed away as a thunderous explosion. He casts Thunder Wave,
Sure.
which is you actually managed to stay by him, so that's good for you. Because had you been pushed away,
I had my
don't know how
shield
much
up,
rebuke would've worked.
so I'm sure that deflected.
So you have your shield up. You take half of whatever this is. As this thunder wave emanates from, oh Jesus, half of 3. So take 1 point of damage. He rolled a 1 and a 2 on 2d8.
That's a sweet shield, man.
That's an awesome shield.
All right.
Your shield completely absorbs.
I'll tell you,
You take 1 point.
I did take damage then.
Yep, yes you did.
So
This is a net loss for him.
not great. That's a bad decision. I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke then.
Hell yeah. What is Hellish Rebuke? It's is it 3d8 or 2d8?
It's 2d10. So
2d10.
he has to make a dex save.
No, he doesn't have to. He wants to.
He wants to.
He is choosing to dexterity save.
13. He got a 17.
Okay.
So he takes half.
Half damage at 2d10. Alright, so only 4.
4. That's halved already.
That's
so it was 8.
It was
Okay.
9.
9. Okay. So he takes 4 damage. So a whole lot of stuff happened to very little effect.
A lot of fireworks,
to,
little sizzle.
Yep, exactly. I'm almost like going to medieval times. A whole bunch of stuff happens, and you know that they're just acting. So he went after Krixis. The other guy who has not been touched yet is going after Ellie because he does not see Aronan.
I'm
He
a
was
good
blinded
hider.
by the light of the fireball, and Aronan hid very well after shooting. So he moves over to Ellie and swings at her. Let's see, what does he have? He has a +5. He misses her as he goes charging towards her and swings as one of his gauntleted just at her, and she ducks out of the way. And she actually comes back up with her mace because it's her turn next and tries to maul him with her mace as she comes up. That and nat 20s. So that ends up being a. Oh, really, Ellie?
1 damage.
Oh no. No, it's 7. It's not as bad. The crit isn't calculating properly on D&D Beyond for whatever reason. So she had a 3 and a 4, which is 7. Doubled is 14. Plus 2 is 16 points of damage. She cracks him across the head. And then her spiritual weapon will swing at him as well. Ellie is a house right now, man. She cracks him with the spiritual weapon for another 8 points of damage. Ellie is
Nice.
doing work.
Yeah, she is. He's pretty much got to be.
He doesn't look so hot either. Quite honestly, that fireball. Yeah. You chunked half their life away. More than half their life away in the
Big
opening
time.
of this fight. Aronan.
All right, I'm gonna poke my head out the other side of the rock and go after the one that Krixis is fighting because he seems to be having issues.
Okay.
Not as good as Ellie.
Yeah, I took a look at Ellie and saw that she's basically wrecking shop, and I was like, well,
Managing.
she's fine.
She's like a blender without the cup, just going through these orcs.
Also gross.
All right, so
Lathander's blender.
this is a blender of Lathander.
Oh, a blender of Lathander. That's actually she. That's what, I can't say what the spiritual weapon was.
No.
It's actually her. It's like embodied as a blender.
Yeah, it slices, it dices.
It's the sledge-o-matic. The Lathander-O-Matic.
Yeah.
Show titles rolling off the top of my head here.
How would you spell that? Lathander.
It's the god, so you'd have to look up Omatic. that's yeah. All right, so you're shooting at the wall.
All right, so I'm gonna use my short bow.
It's always Lathander.
Eh,
And then
meh.
yeah.
So am I at advantage? 2 dice?
Yeah.
2? Okay.
Yes, this guy has no idea you're there. You hid well, and you're coming from a different angle of attack, so he's not expecting it. And he's also engaged with Krixis, so it really doesn't matter. Either way, you get your sneak attack.
Sure.
Okay, so I am nice. 23 to hit. Nope, 13. I rolled 2. Oh, it's being covered up. So 13 to hit,
It's
and then 9 plus sneak attack is 8. So 17.
how does this one die? This is fantastic. You guys are functioning like a team. It's amazing.
Nice.
The cleric's just weakening these guys out, and Aronan just popping up from behind a rock and just arrowing these guys down.
So, for this one, Krixis's back is to me, and the orc is in front of him. So the arrow whizzes right past Krixis's ear, like, and goes thunk, and you can hear the back of the arrow go dung, 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 as it hits the guy in the face, and he just falls over backwards.
Perfect. Let's see. That was Aronan. Are you gonna hide then, or are you gonna?
Yep, I'm gonna pop back behind the rock and notch another arrow.
Okay,
Although
give me a
I'm not
stealth.
gonna probably need it.
Yeah, you probably won't need it. Well, you might. Never know.
23.
23. Okay. Good stealth check. Krixis, the one in front of you just fell over. An arrow went flying by your ear. Like, you actually felt the fletching touch your ear.
I'm hoping that was intentional. Is it my turn then?
It is your go. You can use your
All right.
movement with the one that Ellie is fighting currently, if you like.
I'm not going to even move. I'm just going to try to lob a sacred flame over.
Okay.
Let's see. The target has to do a dex saving throw.
Dex save. Their dex is +2. 15?
Yeah, that saves. So nothing.
Saving. That's brutal.
All right, and then I'm just going to move up to it to try to flank it.
Okay. So you move up to it. Ellie's... No, not Ellie's turn. Their turn. Its turn. The one remaining one is going to swing at Ellie. And it's going to miss with a 10. Ellie is going to come back at it with her mace again. She's like in the zone, fighting this thing, dodging out of the way, coming back up with swings. She actually clocks this one in the side of the head, and literally, like, when she hits it in the side of the head, it's the head. You hear a sickening like crunch as the side of the head just kind of caves in, and the whole thing kind of falls over right there. In that moment, you guys kind of take a moment to look around and breathe deeply. And there is a bolt of lightning that comes out of the sky, striking the middle of this formation, and a tremendous, deafening boom that happens. And you turn around and look, and there is a massive one of those standing in the middle of the circle. Big ass lightning boar with tusks with lightning kind of crackling off the sides of it, black fur. And
Okay.
yeah.
Can you send that picture to me real quick?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. And in favor of time, we won't start this fight. Where it's a little early to end, but
Not
this
much.
is actually the fight at this point. So
Perfect.
Yeah, send me
this
that
is-
picture. I'll put it up for next week.
yeah, this is actually what they were doing, chanting and stuff, and they just finished it before you threw the fireball in. And 12 seconds later, thunder out of the sky, and you get. I trust you guys not to look this up, but Gorthok the Thunderboar is this guy's name.
Thunderboar?
That's pretty cool.
Gorthok the Thunderboar.
That is a rad name.
Yeah, he's actually a really rad creature. Beautiful image. There we go. That's what I want to do. Take this, copy that.
I am Gorthak, the Thunderboar.
Photos. There we go. Then if I go into else, and drop this here. Okay. There we go. There's Gorthak the Thunderboar.
That is insane.
I think Lathander-O-Matic gotta be the show title this week.
Yeah, I don't remember anything else like that.
I was debating, like, it's kind of been a thing whether or not Ellie's gonna stay with you guys or leave you guys, and I think you guys would really miss her. At least you would have missed her here for sure.
Oh yeah. Spell that Gorthak.
Gortho. Oh no, THA. Hang on a minute. Crap. Let me open it up. Gor. Oh, it's Gorthok. Gorthok. The Thunderboar. Oh boy. It's got all kinds of fun stuff.
Can't wait.
The lightning tusks. It also has thunder hooves.
Oh,
Some
good
previews
lord.
of things. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to work together to take this bastard down.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It scares me.
Bad news when the DM says, "Oh my god."
Yeah. It's gonna be, yeah. I'll just say there's a trick to fighting him.
Don't die.
Not fighting him, but no, he has to be killed a special way. I'll just say that much. It's and don't overthink it.
Alright. Well, we'll have to figure it out.
Interesting.
Awesome.
All right, yeah, he's set for next week. He's up on the screen.
So that's why I said, "Oh my god!" But it is possible with what you guys have on you to kill him. So
Well, I hope so.
yeah, it's interesting. It's an ability I've never seen on a creature before. I'm like, oh wow, that's actually really cool.
Oh boy.
So
Gorthok of the hill people.
I need. Well, it comes back to D&D now too. Yes. What was it, Balthor that we said? What was
That's
the actual
from,
SNL?
That's from an old SNL.
Yeah,
skit.
it's
I don't-
Lothar, isn't it?
We always did at the gathering say Balthor in Odyssey.
Yeah, we
days,
always
'cause
use
they're-
the. Yeah, it's definitely Lothar, but there was a magic
Lothar, that's
creature
what
called Balthor, and
Balthor.
it was pretty popular. So I had that Barbarians deck. It was in
Oh.
there.
Oh, Norm,
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't tell you either. You've played Magic the Gathering.
I did.
There is going to be Forgotten Realms Magic the Gathering set coming. Like D&D Magic the Gathering. They're going the other way. Instead of taking Ravnica to D&D, they're taking the Forgotten Realms, the D&D setting you're currently playing in, and putting it in Magic the Gathering.
Interesting.
And there's going
Weird.
to be... I've seen some of the cards. There's like a party mechanic that if you have a party, like your creature types will be like Bard, Cleric, Warrior, or Fighter, like the classes. And if you have up to 4 member types, you have cards that'll function off of that. Like party tactics and stuff like that. So I'm like, wow, this seems really, really cool. So I'm kind of jazzed to play Magic the Gathering again.
Interesting.
Which
I haven't played
wow.
Magic in
It's
I don't
been
have
a
all-
long
I don't
time for you.
over 10 years.
I have my World Championships decks, and then I have the Second Sun Precon that tournament style precon
Sure.
because I'm a blue mage. So you know that, right?
The good part about Magic now is that you could buy a pre-constructed deck and they're really powerful because Magic just they put them together. So
Yeah, I like what they did with that. Those are actually pretty cool, and that's what I like about that Second Sun deck. I'm like, oh, that's a fun deck, and that's a deck I could play in a multiplayer game and actually win if they leave me alone. If
it'll be cool to see what they do with Dungeons and Dragons in Magic because a lot of the stuff overlaps, obviously, with dragons and character types and
About it.
stuff like that. But
Tiamat, like you're gonna have a dragon cycle, obviously 5 dragons in Tiamat. It's gotta happen, right?
yeah, right. You'd hope.
I would assume if they're going to have classes that they would have specific decks made to the class, like pre-made rogue deck, pre-made.
Something. Or they could do something like that. It seemed like what they were doing with the classes was more about forming a party. So you may have, like you could have any number of parties. You'd have a barbarians would probably going to be red or green, functionality wise. Clerics will probably be blue and white. And if you start thinking about the classes that way, rogues would probably be red and black, or black and blue. Black and
Clerics
blue,
clerics have been black and white, and rogues would be blue and black typically.
Yeah. So those same creature type things. Hey, welcome to Magic Gathering Hour, everybody.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed our.
We just transitioned D&D to Magic the Gathering cast.
Sorry about that. We're
So versatile. It's crazy.
yeah.
Versatile nerds.
We will probably bring up Magic the Gathering again when the set comes out because it's D&D related. So
Awesome. Well, awesome.
All right.
Norm, you want to run through our
Absolutely.
low-key?
Obviously, you can find us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/TomMNorm, TOMMNORM. I am Tom M. Norman on Twitter, TOMMNORMAN. He is JC Wildfire 1265, so WILDFIRE 1265, 1265, if you actually need it spelled out that way. And Cooch is Crazy Cooch on Twitter as well, CRAZYKOOCH. Put them little cheeks up there, Cooch. Show them what's up. Give him that smile. Work it. And then we're 2 Nerds 1 Quest on Twitter. The 2 is the number 2. The 1 is the number 1. We have a Discord, so ask the DM there. If you have any questions for JC, you can hit him up there. It is in chat. Hit me up on Twitter if you actually want the link, because I'll put it there as well.
Contact me in Discord. Contact me on Twitter. Let me know that you've come with the question from 2 Nerds 1 Quest.
Yeah.
Just so I know you aren't some rant asking me something weird.
Yeah. Use the hashtag 2 Nerds 1 Quest. I don't know.
How many hit
Sure,
points does
yeah.
Gorthok have? And can I have a picture of you naked?
I can't tell you,
We'll talk.
and yes. Yeah. We'll probably have some more information next week about what's going forward, as well as some other stuff we're going to be unleashing upon the wilds, which I forgot to talk to you guys about before the show, so we'll talk about it pre-show. Post-show.
Can't wait.
Post-show.
Oh, sure.
So yeah,
Fantastic.
we be out.
Happy Sunday, go
Okey-doke.
Pack, go.
Hell yeah, NFL fans enjoy football today.
That's right. So you're gonna talk us out, JC? You're gonna say for
I thought that was a
Oh.
good ending there. I was gonna say I was actually going to talk to you this post to say maybe because you run us through the spiel, you should tie us out.
All right. For JC and Cooch,
So
I've been Norm. Peace.